Welcome to Reread. I have two comic book issues I want to go through today from the Marvel series, which I'm having a lot of fun reading. They are issues 68 and 69. In 68, the hunt for Han Solo is on. That's what it says. As Leia climbs in her Y-Wing, I guess that's her vehicle of choice, and Luke is in his X-Wing, and Lando and Chewie are in the Millennium Falcon, and they all go off. And for some reason, Luke and Lando stay together, and Leia goes off on her own because she can take care of herself, I guess. After that last adventure where she jetpacks in, James Bond, everyone, all the stormtroopers, blows up the base and, flies off by a grappling hook on a Y-Wing, I guess she can't do no wrong, right? But anyway, it starts off with Leia and her Y-Wing. She flies down to this planet where she thinks she found Boba Fett, but it turns out to be the very first appearance of Finn Shiza. And Finn Shiza tells his little Mandalorian story. It's a little bit of, I think it's our first ever, publication-wise and, not chronologically, but publication-wise, our first explanation about Mandalorians and whatnot. And his people have captured Dengar. Well, Leia needs to talk to Dengar. And Dengar makes her a deal. Say, if you break me out, I will flip on Fett. I will tell you where he's at, where he's got Han Solo. Just get me out of here. So Leia agrees to do it. I don't know why she can't tell Finn and say, hey, look, he's working with someone that we're trying to find. Can we talk to him, or do you mind if we interrogate him? Because Finn doesn't like Dengar, but that wouldn't make a good story. So basically, Leia bum rushes Finn. They sneak Dengar out, and then Dengar turns them into the Empire because it's all betrayal. That's all it is. He's just betraying them. So in the next issue, 69, Finn comes to the rescue because he's still a nice guy. Comes to the rescue. How he does that, one stormtrooper, because Leia's captured, so one stormtrooper walks up to another one and goes, and I've written this down, your shoelaces are untied. And the stormtrooper goes, oh, thank you. And he goes, wait a minute. He says, stormtroopers don't have shoelaces. And the other stormtrooper goes, I know. Bonk! And hits him upside the head with the rifle. And then Finn Shiza goes, I'm here to save you. Yeah, but that's how you did it? Your shoelaces untied. We don't have shoelaces. I know. Bonk! I wish he would have said the word bonk. That would have made it better. But wow, Mandalorians, right? They just got such a way with words. And a way with action, too, I should say. There's another hilarious scene here where Finn and Leia are in this airspeeder, and they're running away from a bunch of other bad guys in airspeeders as well. And this group of people on the planet yell up to him, say, hey, fly him by here. We'll take him out. And Leia's like, should we trust him? Finn goes, I don't see why not. So they swoop down over them, and they're carrying a big old bathtub of the lard or the gruel that they eat. And so they go, here comes the next airspeeder, 1, 2, 3. And they heave it up in the air, I guess really high, a big tub of gruel. And it smashes through the airspeeder and covers it in gruel, and they can't see, and then they just die. They just nosedive and hit the ground and blow up in flames. Okay, all right. I mean, I guess. They recapture Dengar, who shows fear. He acts like he's afraid, but he says, I wasn't working with Fett. I never teamed up with him, but I know he had a hideout in the Anga system, so you may want to check there. Now, here's the deal. Could this have been Dengar? Chronologically speaking, with all the, is this a contradiction? No, because a lot happened between, there's some open space between Empire and Return of the Jedi for Dengar's whereabouts. Now, what about him showing fears? An emotion he does not have. Later on, it's established he does not have that at all. Well, it could be he's just faking. Remember, Monterey gave him her little, emotion chip. So maybe he can mimic these emotions. Obviously, he can feel them, but maybe he's learned to mimic them too. And he's just trying to throw him off guard because he knows he's outgunned, and he's just going to wait for his right moment to break out again. So that's what I like to say. I don't think it's a contradiction at all. But Dengar is erased from the list, and it's not Dengar, so that means it must be IG-88 or Bossk, must be the person who was teaming up with Boba Fett who knows his whereabouts. So curses, and then the story will switch to Luke and Lando after this, but I'll get in that next time with another video.